gosh, how great would it be to have this perfect way of doing every day where everything is done when I said I was going to do it and everything goes off without a hitch. Man, not a single hitch. Like, I want a hitch-free day every day. You know what I'm saying? No hitches, a hitch-free system. Do you get what I'm saying? Or are you thinking, God, man, you're being a little hitch bitch? What? You are listening to ADHD Big Brother, the podcast for adults struggling with their ADHD and comorbid depression symptoms. Yeah. I'm your host, Russ Jones, author of Descending to the Top, believer that you can actually have a smile in your life despite this diagnosis. So let's make some sense out of this struggle. Let's learn some stuff. Let's laugh at some stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, here's some stuff. Welcome to the podcast today. I'm not sure based on the opening that you have any clue what this episode might be about. So I apologize, okay? I am apologizing for that. It might just be that I wanted to say the phrase hitch bitch. I don't know for a fact. Could be. But I feel like that's a big part of it. All right, so let me get some housekeeping out of the way real quick. First of all, I wanted to share that I was recently a guest on the Mental Health in Tech podcast. Super fun. Got a chance to talk to two fellas, both named Skulk, by the way, interestingly enough. It's a super long episode. It's about an hour and a half, and we talk about it. We get in. I got to say, it's really cool talking to people who share similar experiences, even if our circumstances are unique, like feelings of depression and varying forms of anxiety. And there's that comfort in sharing some of the dark stuff because you're not going to be judged. You will get some chuckles and maybe an, oh my God, me too. It was an enlightening conversation, and I think you're going to enjoy it. And the link to that episode will be in the show notes because that's where that stuff goes, in the show notes. Also, in other news, I've had the pleasure, or the honor, the pleasurable honor, my friend Antonia Bowring. She is an executive coach. She helps the CEO types get their CEO shit together. Very cool. She was on the podcast not too long ago, episode 108, and she wrote a really cool book called Coach Yourself. So on board with that title. Love it. And she's been sharing with me another book that she's been working on. And it's specifically teaching us adults with ADHD how to plan, how to do weekly planning and daily planning. And it is fucking good. It's not out yet, but in the forum, we are going to beta test for her a bunch of adults with ADHD guinea pigging her system, which I'm kind of already doing because she had asked me to read it and offer up edits. And that has been such a fun process, both creatively and productively. So if any of you are not forum members and you're listening, you're like, hey man, I could really use a planning system because I can't seem to get my shit together. Well, then consider joining the forum and we'll all do it together. I'm going to be hosting some live events in there where we work on it, talk about it like a book club. So if you're on the fence and you're just like, I don't want to pay for a monthly subscription, totally fine. Join for a month. Suck all the value out of it. Just absorb it all and then jump ship, That's how I see this process working anyway. Get in, take advantage of everything, the videos, the support, the accountability, get your shit together, and then off you go. There you go, popping off. Or you can stick around, keep the fire lit, and help other people. You got options, broskies. But when you are in there, you will get support from me and the others, and you will have the opportunity to get your shit together. And it's kind of fun, I think. I have fun in there. I create badges for things. Like, we're insanely creative people. Like we have a couple of forum members who, they've got animals and pets, and they've just started dedicating time on the weekends for cleaning up their cat litter and their dog poop. And so I created a badge. We're called the Saturday Shitheads. So that's kind of a fun thing. And now I clean my bathroom on Saturdays, and that is not something that I would have ever done, But now that I'm a Saturday shithead, it's kind of our thing. So anything that moves our needle forward gets us doing the thing we want to do. And just knowing that other people are out there dealing with their crap, God, that's comforting. Anyway, that's my big advertisement for the forum. And it's super affordable for what it is. There's people out there that are charging 3 times as much. And I don't think you're getting the value of it. I think it's... There we go. That's my, I guess, my ad time. Now I'm going to ruffle my papers. What are we working on today? Let's see. What are we doing today? Okay. We're going to talk about that. Okay. Oh, one of the things that we did on the mental health and tech, these guys have this thing where at the beginning of the show, they talk about where they're at mentally, where's their mental health at in the moment. And I thought that's a really cool thing to do. And especially because, I don't record podcasts months in advance. You're getting my week, really. So I will tell you guys how I'm doing this week. I think I like the idea that we make it more commonplace to talk about maybe some of our dark stuff and expressing our inner truths that might be outside of the norm. So let me tell you guys where I'm at mentally right now. I have been noticing that a couple of the things that I really am stuck on at the moment are loneliness and longing, if that makes sense. Like the idea of this feeling that I need to have somebody in my life, or that I really desperately want somebody in my life. And so I'm so goddamn busy with everything that I'm not actively dating. And so, but there's that feeling that something is missing. And so I definitely deal with that and the ruminating thoughts that go alongside with that. So a big part of my work this week has been in accepting that that's there, not trying to fight against it, because honestly, sometimes that's where I fall into the trap of impulsively acting on that. Like, oh, I need to fill a void, or numb it, right? And historically, that would have been with alcohol or reckless sex. So, just another person. I just want another person. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. Nothing negative, no bad behaviors going along with it. Just sitting with those feelings. That's me. So how are you guys doing? It's not rhetorical. I'm interested. If you want to share, let me know where you're at in your world. Happy to be an ear to you. You could go to ADHDBigBrother.com, click on the contact form, and shoot me your update. Overshare your world. Okay, so let's get to work here. Maybe what I'll do is I can talk about the idea that if I can't be great at something, I don't want to do it. This is all about the hitches, the hitches in our system. If it isn't going to be perfect, then it's garbage. If anything gets in the way, it failed. It kind of reminds me of any time that I go back and I play an original Nintendo game, on those emulators or things, where it's so nostalgic. It's so amazing. And the playing of the game feels so great, but I'll play it for maybe 30 seconds. If I die one time, I'm just done. I move on to the next game. And like I'll play Punch-Out. Do you remember Punch-Out? And I'll lose to Soda Popinski and I'll just quit. It's because I couldn't remember his thing, the thing that would make his weakness that I could beat him at. And so that mentality translates into a lot of things, in my life for sure. And, and I bet in your life too. I bet, show of hands, anybody here, how many of you need everything to be just perfect, or you're just going to say, fuck it. You're just going to say, fuck this. I can pretty much guarantee you that this is not just me. Doesn't it seem like we're always on the hunt for that perfect system? Like this method of planning that's the one that works perfectly right out of the gate and our lives just completely sync up and start running smoothly. Not a single hitch. No flaws. Even though we know, realistically, shit comes up. Shit happens. Shit hits the fan. We step in some shit. Shit gets out of control. We lose our shit. We have shit fits. But we're expecting greatness. And then ultimately we think, well, this planning system is for shit. Because there's shit everywhere. So how do we do it? What if I just ended it there? So how do we do it? Somebody email me and tell me. I do have some suggestions that might help. They might not. I don't know you. I don't know what's going to happen when you try stuff. God, I always hate it when people say what you need. You need this, or you got to stop this. Quit beating yourself up. You just got to stop that. I'm like, okay. Who are you fucking talking to? I'd love to stop beating myself up. No, just knock it off. Okay. Done. I always have such a strong opposition to that. If someone tells me, like, if this is you, then you need X, Y, and Z. I'm always like, gosh, need? Really? I will automatically do it in a different way just because I'm so goddamn defiant that I want to prove to you that you don't know me. Even if you are right, doesn't matter. I think the whole issue with that, sidetrack. I don't think it's something that I have to fix internally. I think it's just my perspective and how I view the work that I do, like this work. If you come to me and I just tell you, hey, this is what you need to do. First, that's pretty arrogant, isn't it? Then what are you even learning? You're learning that I have the answers, you don't, and I'm creating a helpless follower out of you. Doesn't that seem like that's what that is? Like, how much more powerful is it if you came up with your own unique fix, right? And then you're solving you. Not to take this back to community, but I'm a member of a couple of communities. And one of them, a woman had this amazing saying about the role of a community leader. She encouraged us not to be the sage on the stage, but a guide on the side. And oh my God, that was really fucking cool and profound. Hit me on a deep level. To be the guy on like the side of the road. The car pulls up and they're like, we don't know how to get to the beach. And so maybe I offer up a roadmap and suggest a couple of cool places to eat along the way. And then they chart their own course. That is so much better to me than the only way to get to the beach is if you scooch over and I'll drive you there and then you sleep the whole way. Then you never have the ability to get to the beach on your own. That's no good to me. Like the caveat I threw there. To me, that's no good. Maybe it's good to you. Anyway, sidetrack resolved. I'm a big fan of practicing the art of a thing, even if it's a dumb thing. Like scheduling 1 hour in my day for a specific non-urgent crap task, something I would never will myself to do ever, and then experiencing that thing. So most of you guys know the deal for me. It's basically, are you specific about the thing that you're working on? Are you using a timer? Those are the things that work for me. So if I'm working on paying my bills for, let's say 5 minutes, and then I go slow, I go half-assed, and when the timer goes off, I quit or I take a break. It's that chunk of time that I'm practicing the art of doing a thing that I said I was going to do and a time that I said I was going to do it. I'm like going to the gym for my ADHD. And that's a big deal for me. Like rather than chasing greatness, this perfection idea where I do everything perfect and wonderful and high score, flawless victory, I'm chasing effectiveness. Like, did I move the needle forward? This is really in service of some kind of forward momentum. If we think about times when, if it's not going to be perfect, I'm not going to do it. If I don't know that I'll be able to finish it all the way in one clip, not now. I can't do it now. If I let that go, let's say it's my bills. If it was in my head, I was going to do it. I think I can't finish it now. So I just say not now. Then I'm in real danger of forgetting. And then a few days go by and I fully forget. And then I get next month's bill and the bill's red for some reason. Like, why is this made out of red paper? Oh shit, this is a threatening bill. This is a warning letter bill. Oh my, it's a double bill, triple bill. It's a big ass bill. A couple of things that might help with this is practicing doing a little bit of a thing every day. 15 minutes, it's not a big chunk of time. It feels inconsequential, but when it's done working on a specific thing, you might be surprised by how much you get accomplished. And there's also like these insights that start coming up from attempting that kind of structure. You might start seeing other areas of your life where you can apply that to. On these journeys of trying systems, having systems in place, which are phenomenal when they're in place, I don't think I've ever successfully gone from zero to perfectly squared away with any kind of a system. Whether it's a planning system or a fitness system, or when I think about that journey, like exercise never started intensely for me. It's always this incremental increase in activity as I get acclimated to whatever current level I'm at. In my last depressive episode, I gained a lot of weight for me. I stopped exercising. And when I resurfaced, I started where I was at. I just started adding a morning walk, which I did more than I didn't do. And now I'm a few weeks in and I'm adding body weight strength training, just push-ups and pull-ups, not a big deal. There was a time when I would go to the gym, and going to the gym right now seems so distant to me, but I used to go four times a week. And I would do a walk every morning, sometimes a jog, and then I would do a long walk or jog on the weekend. There's just no way in hell right now. There might be a way in hell. There actually might be a way in hell, but I think for me, it's too much hell. way too much hell for me to contemplate right now. So for my money, I will prefer not to strive for greatness right now. I'm chasing momentum. And I can get that through little nudges forward. I'll strive for that. And then I use the external accountability of the ADHD Big Brother Forum. I'll keep reminding myself what I'm working on. Done and done. The greatness, I believe, it's one of the possible side effects. So, ask your doctor if momentum is right for you. Alrighty, guys. My challenge for you this week is to do a thing half-assed. That's a good challenge. Maybe don't do it at work. Maybe don't do that if you're an open heart surgeon. Don't half-ass your way through an open heart surgery. Please, whole ass your way through that. All that. Put 100% ass into that. Or if you're like a whitewater rafting guide, if like you're running that show, maybe don't half-ass that. There are a couple of things that you don't really want to half-ass. Guy that checks the parachute packs, that should be a whole ass job. All the ass. But you know what? If it's life stuff, right? Stuff at home, not a lot of urgency, no big consequences. Set a timer and half-ass it. See what happens. I'm willing to wager a pretend $1 million. A completely made up amount of non-existent money in my account that if you consistently half-ass stuff, you will surprise yourself. I don't know if there's any scientific data to back that up because in the school library of scholarly journal articles, when I search for half-ass, it does not produce results. I have tried. I did try to find stuff for all you science aficionados. I truly wanted to give you that data. Nobody's writing about half-ass stuff. I see a hole in the whole scientific community's work. Let's look into that. But I will say it sure feels good to say, talking about half-assing, any movement forward is, be it merely half of the ass, is way better than no movement forward. Am I right? Am I right? Am I right or am I right or am I right? And that should do it. We should be done. I hope this has been helpful. If it has, man, hit subscribe and you will get all the new episodes as they come out, right? That's how subscribing to a thing works. So whatever platform you're on, remember to click subscribe at the end, and I will be excited to see your ear canals next week. If this has not been helpful to you, feel free to crumple it up and metaphorically toss it into your mental trash container. And that will do it for me. Again, go to the podcast Mental Health and Tech. You listen to a couple of dudes named Skulk and myself talking about our skull spaghettis. Some enlightening tidbits in there. And with that, I will see you guys in the forum, or I will find my way to your ear canals next week. And I shall talk to you